We met at volleyball tryouts. We were both coaching, and it was the second night. The first night he wasn't there.
We were just sitting there. It was I think my 7th year, and not really wanting to be there. And then she walked in. I looked over, and she was the only person in the gym I didn't know. So I was like, oh, well, who is this girl?
And the second night he walked in, and he was talking about his Fitbit being broken because of a surf trip. And I turned around, being sassy, and I was like, Fitbits aren't waterproof. And he was like, well, who are you?
And then a couple days later, we had another practice, and we got paired up conveniently because we were standing next to each other conveniently. So we talked all night and
added him on Instagram. He messaged me, and then
the rest is history.
Since I've met Chris, I've seen a person who is kind, thoughtful, and caring. He is motivated to succeed, yet patient. If I could have created a person for Alyssa, I would have created a person just like you, but maybe as good looking as Nick.
We started talking a lot and then hanging out a lot, and it just seemed like we'd known each other forever. Everything was so easy, so comfortable, and I was supposed to go up and see her family right after Christmas, right before New Year's. I ended up changing my flight 4 days earlier because I was like, no, I want to go see this girl that I'm pretty sure I'm in love with, and I don't want to wait any longer, so I changed my flight, went up there and saw her, and got engaged less than a year later.
He's just so perfect. He always puts others before himself. He's just such a perfect person. Oh, and I cannot wait to marry him.
Growing up 1,200 miles away from each other, the path you took together to meet in the same gymnasium at the same time in a small little village in Estero, Florida. It's pretty amazing how God works in our lives. He surely has great plans for you too.
And he dated some girls here and there, and while they might have thought that he was the one, he always knew they weren't the one. He never settled. He always knew that wasn't the girl. God's got something bigger and better for me. And doesn't matter how much time went by, he knew something better was out there, and you were that something better out there for him.
So lastly, Alyssa and Chris, I leave you with this. Make tomorrow better than today and the next day better than tomorrow, so that decades from now, you won't be worried, you won't be spending time looking back on the happiest days of your life because you'll be too busy living it.